Hi guys, welcome back to Charmed Intuition Tarot. Thanks so much for joining me. So today's video is all about transformation, which is why I chose a butterfly theme today. So we have 3 piles, and this is just going to be advice on what changes you're currently going through. You might have recently gone through these changes, or maybe you're currently going through them now. So we have 3 butterflies. We have a blue butterfly, we have the pink butterfly, and the orange butterfly. So whichever one is catching your eye will be your message. And we're also going to be doing charms, of course, guys. And what I thought I would do, this is a little hand, and I'm putting it in the middle, and when I shuffle the charms, whatever lands in the hand, this is what you have control over, or what you can do to make this transition an easier one. So I'll just give you an example. So, you know, whatever landed in the hand is going to be of special significance. I was inspired to do my own spin on this by Mahogany Star Power, and she is a charm caster here on YouTube. I'll link her channel below, and she uses what she calls a focus ring, and I love that. I thought that was so cool. So this is just sort of my own little spin on that. So this is what you can do to assist yourself during this transition. But definitely check out her channel, guys. She's amazing. So yes, we'll get into it, guys. I'm gonna let you look at the cards again. Let me fix them up for you. So take your time, no rush, guys. Pause the video, get comfy, and we'll start with number 1. So it'll be 1, 2, and 3. Okay, group 1, if you chose the blue butterfly, this is your message about what transformation you're going through now, or what transformation you can expect to go through soon. But likely these are things you're already well aware of, things that you're going through. So you have hope and happiness, control, you have changing your mind, surrender stress, and for your 3 tarot cards, you have the 6 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. So the Pentacles make me think that this could be related to a work situation, but let's just pull some charms and that might give us some clarification. So the hand in the middle, just to remind you, is what you're in control of. These are things that you can do to help yourself through this transition. Alright, guys, so let's take a look at these charms. For letters, you have an E, an I, we had an S pop out, we have an M, so those might be initials, and a lot of times they spell out words. You guys are really intuitive and good at finding words. We have a me here, me and I, so that might be significant here. We've got a mask here, 2 of Swords, so making a decision, not having all the information. The boxing glove, maybe you guys are in a little bit of a, not a literal fight, but some sort of inner battle. We have the sunflower here. We have a W as well, guys. All right. We have a little pirate charm here. And the door, and stuck to the door is the, why is the name of this escaping me? Not clothespin, safety pin. Sorry, guys. Okay, 7 of Cups here, some decisions, some options, lots of options here. So let's pull out your cards and make any connections that we can with these cards. And inside the palm here, so what you can do, or what's in the forefront of the situation, you have the bobbin, okay? And the bobbin talks about work behind the scenes, paying attention to small details, or doing work, putting in work that people don't see. Then you also have the hedgehog upside down. Okay, so maybe that means let down your guard. But we'll get into the charms. Let's just look at your cards. Let's start with your tarot. So I love this. So like I said, this could pertain to work. But I see the fact that you guys are on some sort of transition. You guys are making some sort of change. You guys are getting a new perspective on something. But this is something about, you know, this is a change you have to make. So what I noticed too is you guys have changing your mind. So I think you guys have changed your mind about something. Now this could be anything. This could be a job. This could be a course in school that you decided you're not very happy with. This could be something like you started a career, you changed your mind. maybe even a relationship. Maybe you're in a relationship you're thinking of transitioning out of, something like that. So Two of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles, if you see, this figure is just juggling. They're doing a pretty good job, but eventually, you know, that juggling is going to get tiresome. Okay, so they're doing a really good job of juggling currently. And this is also about balance. So you might be literally taking on too much. That could be the reason why you're changing your mind. Or on the other hand, it could be that you're juggling two different options. So you're having trouble deciding. We also have the Two of Swords here. So I do see the fact that you guys are, you know, in a bit of a decision period. You guys are trying to make up your mind about something. But I love that you have the Page of Pentacles. So this is a new beginning. This is starting fresh, but feeling very enthusiastic and hopeful, okay? So I love that you have the new beginning. So it's just saying that whenever this transition is done, or whenever you're sort of through this transition, you will have that fresh perspective and a new start. So I think you're somebody who is really good at starting over, and that's a plus. So let's see what else we have. Surrender stress. So maybe you're letting this decision, you know, this fact that you've changed your mind about this really stress you out. But you know what? It's okay. Everyone changes their mind. People change careers a billion times in their life, you know. And oftentimes, once you're through, like after that Six of Swords card and you've arrived where you end up, you feel a lot better about it and you're happy that you made the change. So I think you guys know what this change is. And if it doesn't resonate, this might not be the message for you. But with the door here, I see the fact that you guys have a new direction you want to go. You know, there's a change you want to make. You want to open a new door. There's new possibilities. There's something that you want to do. Look at my nail polish smudged. Okay, so with the boxing glove, I do see the fact that you guys have sort of, and the Two of Swords too, with that Two of Pentacles, so you guys are in a little bit of an inner struggle. You're having a little bit of, you know, a difficult time, balancing. So you got the figure skater, so trying to balance the situation. A lot of symbols of balance here. I think this is something you can't ignore too. You have the little whistle. So I think of this as this has caught your attention. You know, you can't ignore the fact that you've changed your mind about this and you want, you know, something different. So don't let it stress you out. Remember to take, you know, it says take some breaths. Remember to exhale. Don't be hard on yourself. It's okay to make changes. It's okay to, you know, to change your path onto something that's going to make you happier. Like there's nothing wrong with that. The barking dog too makes me think that like this is something you can't ignore. So you might be in a job right now that you really aren't happy in, and you try and ignore it and you just can't. At this point, I feel like you need to make some sort of change. Okay, with the mask, I feel like maybe you have not been honest with yourself in the past, or you know, something like that. I feel like this is a recent revelation that you've come to. Control. Love this card. So you're in control of this situation. So don't let other people, you know, make you feel stressed out about it. Don't let other people's opinions sway you. This is, you know, this is your decision. This is your life. Like, you know, stick with your feeling, with your gut feeling. So this could be, again, a relationship, a job. I feel like you want to change your path, and maybe you're feeling more in control now. Maybe you're feeling like this is something you can do now. And hope and happiness. Love this. So with the surrender stress card, maybe you've been feeling so stressed that you feel like sometimes lost for hope, or you're worried about, like maybe you just really want to feel happy again in your situation. It's just assuring you that you will. Okay, you know, we're not always happy 100% of the time. There's times, you know, and change is never easy. Change is very stressful. Even when it's a good change, that can be stressful. Like change is just, it's human nature not to enjoy change a lot of the time. So, you know, it's just assuring you that you will feel that happiness. You will feel that hope again. What I just noticed too is, look at this. So it looks like a stampede. So I feel like maybe you're not following the crowd anymore. So maybe you've had expectations put on you with jobs, career, schooling, or something like that, where you felt like this is what you had to do. This could be expectations from other people, or even just yourself, expectations you put on yourself, and maybe you ignored a dream, or you ignored, you know, your intuition or a gut feeling about something. And now I think you're ready to sort of listen to yourself and realize that you're in control of your own life. You know, this is your life. You should be happy in it. And it's never too late to make a change. But don't let it stress you out. You know, you've got time to make this change, changing your mind. So it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to go off in new directions. I've used this example a few times, but my uncle, I forget, he had a few different jobs. I think he was selling real estate, and then he went back to law school in his 30s. So you can always change your mind no matter what age you are. I've seen people go back to school in their 50s, 60s. Like it's never too late to try something new. So don't feel stressed out about time. That juggling factor, you know, juggling your decisions, soon you'll have clarity. I see the fact that you guys are still quite foggy right now in your decision, but I do see some clarity coming soon. I see some attachment to the past still that might be sort of clouding your decision. But look, you guys have the sunflower. So it is, you know, the sun's going to come out. Stay optimistic. This is all about optimism. So stay optimistic, you know, and this too reminds me of the Queen of Wands. So stay confident in yourself. The Queen of Wands is very confident, very, you know, self-assured. So, you know, really try to pull that out and really be confident in yourself and know that you can achieve anything. You know, trust yourself. I love that we have the me here, 2 and I. So maybe this is really about putting yourself first. Maybe this juggling is you trying to juggle a family or multiple things in your life, other people in your life, and I think now you're willing to put yourself first. So just again in the hand, so this might require a little bit of work behind the scenes, a little bit of research or studying, which is okay. So just take your time, you know, do the research you need to do. If this is like a side gig project that you want to do, maybe do some research on how to go about it. I see the fact that you're letting your guard down now. So maybe this is something you can talk to somebody about. Maybe you have some advice you want to get from a friend who's done the same thing or something like that. I see the fact that you might be asking for some advice and really doing the research on how to make this change. But there are new doors and new possibilities open to you. Like there's endless possibilities. So don't feel stuck in your situation. It's okay that you may have changed your mind. And with the Hope and Happiness card, I think it's just assuring you that, you know, it will feel better again. You're going to feel clear again. Don't worry. Okay, guys? So if you enjoyed this reading, please let me know down below. If you liked the little hand in the middle, definitely let me know. I love your suggestions and your opinions. You guys are amazing. And we'll see you guys next time. Good luck with this, guys. See you later. Hi, group 2. So if you chose the pink butterfly, this is your message. We'll just set your butterfly here. And we'll take a look at your cards, and then we'll do your charms. And we'll put it all together. So what kind of transformation is group 2 going through, or what kind of transformation can they expect to go through? So you have shift your energy, sincere relationships, emotions, surrender defensiveness. For your 3 tarot cards, you have the 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, let's do your charms, guys. I just realized my nail polish chipped, so just ignore that because I don't want to go paint them right now, or else I'll have to wait to make this video, and I'm really in the mood to do the video, so. All right, guys. So what kind of changes are you guys going through? What kind of transformation? So we have only one letter today, and that's an H. So that could be an initial, that could be nothing at all, but it might be significant to a few of you. All right, we've got the mask, the upside down mask, which means honesty, being yourself. We've got the star, so there's hope in this situation. Tea, so this could have to do with friendship. I look at the teapot as friendship, like sharing, you know, sharing some tea or coffee with friends. Time, the situation could take a little bit of time to resolve, or a little bit of patience. Shell closed up. Okay. Attachments. We have 4 here. All right, guys. We have the teardrop charm. This is a new charm from my friend Erica. And this charm, it's teardrop, but it's crystal. So I look at this as, you know, tears shed, but that have been shed for a reason, and shed, you know, for a greater purpose. So this is a challenge that you've been through that had to happen in order to improve the situation. I hope that makes sense. But we'll look at your cards and make some connections here, and then we'll sort of look at the palm and see what you should really be focusing on, because it's got a few interesting charms in there. So let's start with your tarot cards. So you've got 2 Wands cards, 9 of Wands, 7 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles. Okay, now look at this, guys. These 2 figures are both very sturdy. They're both, you know, they're hanging on. And there's a bit of a conflict here with the Seven of Wands. And you know what? The Seven of Wands is about standing up for yourself. This is about the confidence to stand up for yourself, having courage. So this is usually about a situation where you know you should be standing up for yourself. Okay, and then the Nine of Wands actually too is about persistence, feeling stronger, feeling prepared. This can sometimes feel like people are out to get you, and that's not always the case. So it's a feeling of being on guard. And you know what? We've got the Knight of Pentacles too. He looks very on guard as well. You know, these are cards about persistence, courage, you know, feeling stronger, prepared. So that's a clue there. We'll just set these here for a minute and look at your oracle cards. So yeah, look at this, guys. You've got sincere relationships and surrender defensiveness. So this could have to do with your relationships, the people in your life. You guys are going through a transformation as far as, this is clear to me now. Okay, you guys are going through a situation where you're deciding what kind of people you want in your life. And this is difficult. And this is something that I've gone through. You know, there comes a point where, you know, somebody that you might have really gotten along with before, you know, your differences start to add up. And it's okay that, you know, everyone has differences, obviously, but the things that you guys hold, you know, valuable to yourselves, or, you know, like I said, yeah, your values, or the things that are important to you, you know, changes start to happen. Relationships evolve, people evolve. So I think you guys are going through some pretty significant relationship changes, or just the people around you. This could be family members, but I'm getting more of a friendship thing here. But then again, it could be relationships too. Maybe some of you are in a romantic relationship where you're realizing, you know, it might not be the best. But for me, this card would be about focusing on healthy relationships, helpful relationships, and, you know, letting go of people who aren't good for you. And that doesn't always have to be a big dramatic thing, okay? That doesn't have to be a big, like, cut them out of your life dramatic thing. I mean, if it needs to be, obviously it can be. But, you know, you can gently start separating yourself from people. It doesn't have to be dramatic. You don't have to be mean to them. This isn't about, you know, cutting people out or being dramatic or mean or rude or anything like that. It's just about deciding who you want to be around. And this just popped into my head. So have you ever left a situation with a friend where you left feeling anxious, or something they said might have been really sort of passive aggressive and made you feel bad about yourself? Things like that. You know, if you're feeling sort of like that pit in your stomach nervousness when you leave, or if you go to hang out with a certain person, that's a clue, okay? That's your intuition telling you that maybe, you know, this person might not be the right person to keep around you. Okay, so follow your intuition when it comes to relationships. And I know it's hard to do because we have connections to people that we might have had for years and years, and it's hard to, but people change. And, you know, that's not always a bad thing, but it doesn't mean that, it doesn't mean that it's the right fit, okay? I'm having trouble finding my words, but I think you guys get what I'm saying. So shift your energy. This card makes a lot of sense. You know, today the cards make a lot of sense to me. And I love that. That's what I love about tarot and oracle, is just like the connections here, because this makes sense. So shifting your energy. So this to me makes me think of clearing your energy. So you see here, it looks like she's sort of creating her atmosphere. She's creating her surroundings. She's got a lot on her mind. This could pertain to like memories and situations, and sort of having a lot on your head. And she sort of just seems to be clearing out the situation, clearing her energy, shutting out the past. Yeah, I love it. Focusing on the positive, maybe. Focusing on the positive people, the people that do make you feel good. You know, I'm the kind of person, I keep a few really close friends. I'm not the kind of person, just because I'm a homebody as well. I don't really go out to a lot of places. I like to, you know, watch movies with friends and things like that. So I keep a few close friends, but those friends are just so dear to me. Surrender defensiveness. You know what, guys? I think you guys have been on guard with this person for so long that you might be a little bit over defensive. And it doesn't mean that they didn't do these things wrong, but you might always be on guard. Like I said with that Seven of Wands, you guys might be sort of on guard. And then with the Nine of Wands too, that you're a little bit sometimes too defensive. So it says defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out, then offer a clear, non-defensive response. So a lot of times, I will say this, I feel the need to say this, so it might be important to somebody. Sometimes we listen to respond, we don't listen to listen, if that makes sense. So, you know, you might be in a situation with somebody where you really need to hear their side of the story, and then they need to hear your side of the story. And again, this might not pertain to a situation you're going through right now. I think for a lot of you, this is more so just a transformation of who you value, who you want to keep close, the people you have around you. And if you have that feeling about somebody, if you've seen a side of someone that isn't so nice, you know, bullying or anything like that, you know, just keep that in mind here. And then emotions, change in perspective, okay? And what I love about this card too is this makes me think of being an empath, being, you know, I think you guys are the kind of people, this person might come to you and dump all of their, or these people, you know, however it pertains, but they might dump all of their problems on you and rarely ask you how you are. You know, I've been there. So it might be a situation where you get together with this person and they're just like talking about all the things they're going through and this person and what this person did, just negative, you know, like that energy, that heavy energy. And then you leave feeling drained, they leave feeling refreshed and like they've talked out all their problems, but you leave feeling really stressed out. So I see the fact that you are in a bit of a defensive mode. You've got the boxing glove here, the defensiveness card, you know, this person or these people might have pushed you to the point now where you're just like on guard at all times. But you know what? I would put down the guard, like, pardon me, I wouldn't put down the guard, but more so, you know, just focus on the people that do make you happy and gently just sort of drift away from the people that cause you this stress. You know, it's going to be different for everyone. So I don't know what side of the fence you're on in this situation. Everyone's situation is going to be different. But, you know, hear the other person out. Maybe they need to hear you out, or these people, or like I said, just in general, the people you want to be around. This could not pertain to any situation. But I see the fact that for some of you, this is pertaining to something that recently happened. I don't see the fact that this is something that's going to happen. I think this is something that's already occurred. You're well aware of. The mask is already off. Like, this is something that's already occurred. Okay, in the hand. So these are things that you can do to control the situation. We have the Passion charm. Inside the Ten of Wands charm, you also have the Four of Swords. It's telling you, okay, this is very clear. Okay, so this is the Ten of Wands charm. You're carrying a lot. You're carrying a lot of emotion from the past. You're carrying past situations. You're having a hard time letting go. It's a very passionate feeling too, like a heated feeling almost. And then the Four of Swords is just telling you to take a little breather, take a rest. You know, if someone asks you to go out and you don't really want to, then don't go out. Maybe distance yourself from a crowd of people. Maybe have more time alone. That's just about taking a rest, you know, and waiting on some more information too. So don't be so quick to react. And, you know, it can be easy to get sort of heated in a situation and just react impulsively. You know, react out of emotions and, you know, not use your logic. So the Knight of Pentacles is very reserved and he sort of waits to act. He waits till he has all the information. He's in control. So that could be some advice for you guys. Just to sort of don't act out of heat and response. Like, don't snap at the person. Just wait. You know, if somebody, my friend told me this, if you should always wait 24 hours to respond if you're really heated up or upset. You know, just wait 24 hours and then, you know, oftentimes you'll cool down and think a little bit more rationally. So that could be your advice. And then the last piece of advice is hope. So love this. You guys have the hope dove. So it's just telling you that this situation will resolve itself. This is part of life. This is part of relationships. You know, it's all going to work out. I see the fact that you are going to have harmony and really great relationships. You got the play charm, lots of friendship charms. So you guys will have people around you, whether it be coworkers, friends, family, that are people that you love being around. You can't help it. There's always going to be people that, you know, their motives might not be the best, or, you know, they might be a little bit, you know, it might be a little bit of conflict. That's just part of life. That's part of personalities. All you can do is just do your best to be as kind as you can. And also at the same time, you know, don't get stepped on. So it's a fine balance there. But I think you guys will figure this situation out very, very easily. I think it's just going to take time. And as we grow, like I said, you're going to start to realize who you want around you, and it'll all work out, guys. So just remember to sleep on it. Don't act out of anger. You know, give it a little bit of time. So that's your direct advice. That's what you guys can do to make this transition really easy. So good job, guys. Thank you so much. If you guys have any suggestions or if you enjoyed this reading, definitely let me know in the comments. You guys are just so amazing. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Hi, group 3. So if you chose the orange butterfly, this is your message about what transformation you're going through or what transformation you might have just gone through. Sorry, guys, I'm going to open up my shout out to my friend Corey. He gave up pop and started drinking these waters. They're like carbonated natural waters, and it feels like drinking pop because I'm totally a Diet Coke addict, so this is helping me. But anyways, this is the transition that you're going through right now or can expect to go through, but I think for most of you this is something that you guys are going through currently. So let's see what we have here. So we have assurance. We have reawaken. We have end of an era. Surrender to joy. That's nice. Then we have, for your tarot cards, we have Page of Cups, Four of Cups. Oh yeah, guys, when I was shuffling, I saw the Tower pop out, so I asked for a clarifier because the Tower sometimes can be one of those cards that when you see it's kind of like, ugh. So I did ask for a clarifier and the Magician did pop out. So we'll get a closer look at those, but let's look at your charms first. So the hand is here just to remind you, this is what you're in control of or what you can do to make the situation a little bit easier on yourself, okay? So let's take a look at your charms. All right, guys. Lots of letters popping out today, and usually I think of letters as initials. Now we have an X, 2 X's, so this could pertain to an ex-boyfriend, an ex-girlfriend, so we'll just take that into account. As for the rest of the letters, we have an M, an A, a W, a B, an O, an N, an R, and a P. Lots of letters, wow. So you guys are so intuitive and just amazing at spelling words. There was one reading where the word pity popped up and you guys recognized it immediately. So you guys are just amazing. So we'll look at the charms in the center here. I am thinking this has to do with the relationship. Okay, you have the ring here. Okay, the engagement ring. We have iron. The iron, I think of ironing out situations, sort of difficult situations. Forget me not. Okay, we've got a Virgo. Okay, so you might be an earth sign here. What else do we have? The spider here, so it might be a tangled little web of a situation. Forget me not. Very passionate situation. I'm definitely feeling like this is a relationship thing, transition, so let's just get a closer look at the cards. I don't think we have any cups, but I am feeling relationship. Oh yeah, we do have 4 of cups. Actually, we have Page of Cups, so we do have cups. I take that back. So 4 of Cups, all right. So let's look at your Tower first. Let's get this card out of the way. You know, I have a weird relationship with the Tower card. When I was learning tarot, this card terrified me, but I've actually learned to appreciate it, and the reason why is because the Tower card is about change, significant change, oftentimes uncomfortable change, but it's always something where when you look back, you are happy that it happened, not happy that it happened necessarily, but you're happy with the way it worked out. So yeah, I guess happy that it happened for a lot of times. I've been through a lot of Tower moments where they've made me stronger, or I've been happy later to get out of that situation. So, you know, it's not always a comfortable charm. This can be this can mean epiphanies too, sudden realizations. You know, this is just the kind of card that it's just something new that you didn't quite expect. But like I said, it's always usually built on something that wasn't solid anyway. So, and for the clarifier of the Tower, we got a beautiful card. We have the Magician. And the Magician is about having everything you need. So I love that this one popped out. And what made me love it is because it just means that you guys have the power and all the tools at your disposal, pardon me, I almost said disposable, to get through this. So you guys have everything you need. You guys have the knowledge. You're armed with knowledge. you know, welcome this change. Don't fight it. This can be an actually a very liberating feeling. And like I said, guys, I don't think this is anything, I think this is something you guys have already been going through. And I think it pertains to a relationship. So what I'm thinking happened is you went through a pretty significant breakup. Pretty significant. Now, this could have been a divorce for a lot of you where, you know, there was property or children involved. This could have just been a really painful breakup with somebody that you loved very much. But the other thing I love is that you guys have the Page of Cups. Okay, so this is about feeling optimistic and ready to try again, new romance. Love this. You know, she's not letting this situation, she or he isn't letting this situation, you know, block new opportunities. You know, she's looking at it as more of a new opportunity. She's cleared out the old, she's cleared out what, you know, wasn't working to make new possibilities, new love, and a new life. And then we have Four of Cups. So, Four of Cups this is kind of about hesitation. It can kind of be sort of like a pouty card, like, you know, it can sometimes be about feeling sorry for yourself, the Four of Cups. And we all feel like that sometimes. That's normal. But I think it's just sort of saying, like, don't focus on this situation as a negative. Look at the new opportunities that are coming. I love that you guys have the gumball machine. I'll just jump to this really quickly because the gumball machine, to me, talks about, this is actually a situation where no matter the result, you're actually going to be happy with it. So I always look at this as like, when I was little, I would always want like the red gumball and I would get yellow, but it still tasted really good. So it's kind of like a win-win situation. These cards. Yeah, I see the fact that a lot of you, this is a breakup that happened a while ago. We have the Forget-Me-Not here. So this is something that happened quite a while ago that you might still be very sort of bothered by or something that's hanging on. But this was a big change, okay? This wasn't just like, this was something that sort of shook you and made you really, really upset. Now, Surrender to Joy. Love this card because you also have the Page of Cups. So it's just telling you that there's going to be joy again. There's going to be another relationship. There's going to be another passion. You know, I love this. It's wanting you to focus on the good. And look at how freeing this is. Like the birds, I think of freedom. And it says, a key to positive change in your life is to let joy in and savor it. Indulge in random acts of smiling during both the hard and easy times. Keep surrendering to more joy. So what I notice is when I'm going through a really challenging time, little things can make me so happy. So for instance, I remember one time I was going through a breakup and I was moving and I was just like going through a lot of different changes, and I was walking through the park and like the littlest things made me so warm and cozy and happy. It was just, you know, it was just a nice feeling. So I think it was like, I saw some dogs and they were like running around and it made me happy. There was like the sound of the birds, the sun, you know, it can be little things that you can focus on during this change that will make you happy. Being with a friend, watching movies, reading a magazine, like just think of those things that make you feel comfortable and happy and focus on those. All right. Okay, what else do we have here? End of an era, reawaken. So end of an era makes sense because it's like the Tower card, right? So this was an end of something. This was this was like a point in your life where it was like, you know, that half and now this half. So I'm thinking for a lot of you guys, this was a divorce. Okay, and if that doesn't resonate, just take what does. But I think for a lot of you, this was your Tower moment. This was a big shift, and I think the advice for this card is just to take care of yourself. And we're going to get into the advice in the hand in just 1 minute. But this is just about self-care too. Like, you know, really don't rush yourself into feeling better. Deal with the feelings that you're having. Don't try and push them down. If you're feeling sad, you know, feel it. That's okay because that does pass. It will pass. I'm promising you. You know, oh, look at this, guys. Look at this. Love it. Feel now. So feel these emotions right now. Feel them, recognize them, and know that you're going to move on. There's always a solution. You felt this way before and then felt better, okay? You just need a change in perspective. You just need a change in perspective. You need to sort of rise above the problem. This is a hot air balloon, by the way. You need to rise above the problem to get a better view of the situation, which you will have soon, okay? Reawaken. Love this card. And it's a little child here, and we also have the Page. So there's a lot of like feeling enthusiastic again, feeling happy again. This might even be a situation where even though it was painful, you can kind of take a sigh now of like of relief, even though it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, but it's almost like a relief. And I've been through breakups like that where it hurt, but I didn't have to worry anymore. You know what I mean? Like, so I think for a lot of you, this does have to do with an ex. Okay, we're getting a lot of signs that this is an ex. And the Virgo could be them or it could be you. So just take what resonates. But reawaken. So a new start, you know. And this is kind of about like waking up. So maybe this was like a wake up call for you. I'm just going to take a sip of my water here, guys. Okay, and then the last card, assurance. So I think, to me, this almost speaks of like you knew this was going to happen. Almost like you had I think you're intuitive. If you're watching this, I think you know you're intuitive. I think you know you have a deep understanding of things. So I would also take this as stay strong, stay sturdy as this tree. You know, keep strong, guys. And look at this, there's like different individuals here. So count on the people that you do have. You're sturdy, like your core people. If you don't have anyone, there are people that you can talk to. There's always a group of people that you can talk to. And now with like the internet, like I've made amazing friends in the tarot community. So that's just a for instance. You know, there's always somebody to talk to. There's always a community of people to talk to. So, or a community of people that have been through it and can understand. I mean, just down in the comments, look through the comments. This is all people that have been through similar situations. And I think it's easy to think, like I spent years thinking I was the only one that had anxiety. And then I realized that that's not true. Lots of people have anxiety and different things like that. And if you guys are interested in a video on anxiety and different things I do for that, I'd be happy to do that for you guys. But back to the point, you know, there's always a community of people to talk to. Stay strong, stay sturdy. I think this is a change that, you know, it had to happen, but it's going to lead you to amazing, amazing things. And just remember, guys, it always gets easier. It does. Okay, there's lots of potential here for you guys, and there's lots of messages of hope and, you know, staying strong, keep going. You know, just wait for that perspective to change because you guys have a lot of treasures coming. So before I forget, guys, let's just take a look at what's sort of at the forefront of this situation. Lots of charms. So being patient. We've got the little wagon here. Be patient with this transition. It's not going to happen overnight. We have the engagement ring here. So for a lot of you, I do think this was a divorce or the end of a committed relationship. You have the leaf here. So, you know, cycles, changes. You know, the fall, I think of the autumn. So shedding what no longer, you know, what you no longer need. It's almost like it's a transition charm. Oh, look, guys, we have the Ace of Swords. So you guys will have a very fresh outlook, new outlook soon. And look, new romance coming in here, okay? And because the Ace of Swords is stuck in this, I'm thinking there will be a new connection coming very soon with somebody that you trust and feel very connected to. Okay? Oh, so the tooth. This was an inevitable change. Just like losing our teeth. This was something that was gonna happen, guys. This was gonna happen, and you know, I think it's still stressful, but you guys knew this change was for the better for a lot of you. This reminds me of Home Alone. Do you remember when the dad finds the guy's gold tooth at the end of the movie? Comment if you remember that. That's super random, but we have the wine bottle. Okay, I'm going to say this because this is what popped into my head, so this could be the message. During this transition, you know, do healthy things to soothe your, you know, or your pain or your stress, okay? Do healthy things. Maybe, you know, sometimes you might want to go out and have some drinks with friends, but just don't overdo it. Like, so keep a nice, healthy balance. This could also mean celebration too. So it could mean that there's a celebration coming, and you did have the new love coming too. So focus on yourself. It says, you know, but you here. So to you, what's on the other side? So I think it's just saying, you know, focus on yourself right now. Do what you need to do to get through this, and realize that you will get through this. It's going to be okay, guys. I promise. And yeah, if you guys have any more requests or anything else I can do to help you with these videos, if there's something you really want to know, drop it down in the comments. I do write down as many suggestions as I can. As soon as I post a video, I usually go through and I'll like as many as I can. And I do continue to read your comments. It's just, it gets to the point where I really want to comment back to everyone. So I'm reading as many comments as I possibly can. I'm reading them all the time, and you guys are amazing. So you guys are just the best. So I do love your suggestions. This was actually a suggestion by someone, so thank you. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.